I'm really excited to win and for the time, but you know, most of it was just like racing. I love racing. I think that's just the most fun part of it, no matter what the time is.
What's your strategy for a 400 free? We've seen you go out pretty fast today, and it seems to be working out. How did you become comfortable with something like that?
Yeah, before I got better at the 400, I got better at the 200, and at the time the only way for me to swim that was to sprint and dive, so I just kind of took that same strategy and extended it to fit a 400, and you know, if the end is painful, so be it.
It looked like you had plenty of speed left at the end. How do you feel about how you finished the race tonight?
I felt good about it. I always like to try and close as hard as I can, you know, even if it's really painful, but I switched my breathing on my second half, and I think that really helps me like get into burst of speed.
What does it mean to you to be a national champion?
It means, I said this yesterday, but it's so strange to me to be a national champion. Like, I don't think I've really processed it yet, but I don't know. You know, it means that today I swam really well, but you know, that's not the end of the road. There are a lot of other opportunities to race, and there are a lot of people that aren't here, and you know, I'm excited to keep going.
It's kind of a strange question, but you said you just like to play race. Like, what about that competitive environment kind of lights a fire?
I think part of it is that when you're just plain racing, it takes a lot of the pressure off the time, and it makes it into more of like a fun thing, and so you're not super focused on like, oh, that time maybe wasn't exactly what I wanted. Racing is just always a way to like get yourself into it.
So you'd say Katie Ledeck has been a huge inspiration for you?
Yeah.
Can you talk about what she's meant to you? Because you were kind of saying that you're kind of awe of her a little bit, but can you kind of describe how she's been an inspiration to you?
Yeah, when she comes home to see her family, or like during Christmas and stuff, she's always, you know, putting in all the work at practice, and so like even at practice when she's there, it's just seeing that like, oh, this is what it looks like when someone is really putting the work in, and I need to put that sort of work in if I want to be that speed.
So you admire her work ethic?
Yes.
Do you do some of the same workouts that she did? I mean, does your dad tell you that?
He doesn't tell me that. I get the impression, based on how his workouts have evolved as I've been swimming under him, that I do much more sprint-oriented work than Katie did and the people who swam for him before me. But you know, I definitely appreciate that. So,
Can you kind of speak toward just kind of the shadow she casts across the entire swim world right now? It seems like she's, you know, one of the stars of this sport, just not only nationally but internationally.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's great to have someone like her that everyone can look up to and try and sort of emulate, because not only is she a super fast swimmer, I also really admire her just as a person. And so I think that's definitely helped a lot of people, you know, especially people who swim with me at home. I know a lot of us like look up to Katie, and it really helps us all get better.
Is there anything that she does, how she handles herself outside the pool, the way she acts, that is really you try and follow? You try and follow her lead?
Yeah, she's always just so humble and gracious about everything. Even when she comes back and visits my high school, her high school, she's always just so nice to everyone, and it always seems like she genuinely wants to be there and talking to you if she's talking to you, and I love that.
Thanks, Erin. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Erin.
Thank you.
Congrats.